Hello, gentlemen. How are we all doing? I'm probably sounding a whole lot more clearer today. I can't even see my head there. I completely chopped it off. Right, so I might sound a bit more clearer today because now I have a new stand and the mic is a whole lot more closer. So I hope it sounds much more nicer to you. My dulcet tones. But anyway, let's just get right into it. So, complete the sets 2022. I can speak words perfectly fine. So, have you got your bingo cards nice and ready? Are you prepared for what is just about to come out? Because right now it is 10 minutes past 7. It could happen. The rotation could happen now, it could happen in 10 minutes, it could happen in 30 minutes, we don't know. As per usual, Face Punch does it whenever they feel like it. So, let's just go straight into it. We are well aware of potentially what we might see. I did do a video very, very recently. That's a trade, wrong thing, oops. Well, yeah, I did a 36-minute video talking about Complete the Sets 2022. We went through the whole list. We talked about the financial potential for things that might be coming out and the impact it could have on the pre-existing skins. What collections might that be? Well, over here, and all of these were refreshed 20 minutes ago, so let me just point out, every collection we're about to see was refreshed 20 minutes ago, so you get a good idea of the quantities at the moment. Black Gold collection. So, it wasn't part of the TGG's 2022 collection for Complete the Sets, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tier 2 being accepted for this. Now, Black Gold did have a representative of the boots in the collection, so I think I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Black Gold Tier 2 appears today. I'd be a bit disappointed because I'd rather have older skins, but let's just kind of point that out. Now we also have the Camouflage collection. Sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. I keep scratching it. Alright, now I can breathe. Everything's fine. Camouflage collection. So Camouflage had its Tier 2 put forward. And with the Tier 2 potentially appearing today, we will now have a full collection of all the core pieces of Camouflage. Of course, with the gloves and the boots. So that could cause the likes of the Tier 3 and the clothing to spike up in price. So be prepared for that. Now, Renegade Kilt is in the collection list. We only really need the kilt to get all of the core pieces, so that'll be very, very nice to see. Now, Renegade was a collection that's done... It hasn't done the best this year in terms of being an investment. But if we do see that kilt, of course, all of this potentially could spike up in price and lots of profits to be had. Now, of course, we also have Toy Collection. Toy Collection's wanting its clothing, the hoodie and the pants. Unfortunately, it was never accepted, but today's the day, possibly. Today's the day. Now, the colour scheme, is it a bit too goofy for Rust? Because, well, we've seen the hoodie and the pants. They're a bit bright, a bit silly. But we've already got the armour. The armour's already out, so what's stopping it? So, let's just see if that happens. Glister. So, very, very recently, we've had both the Glister hoodie and the pants being boosted up in price by a group of people. But since then, they've cashed out. They've sent it over to third-party sites that didn't realise or weren't updating their prices very frequently, unfortunately for them. So, yeah, these were selling for around $30 at one point. But last week, this stopped at around $15. They cashed out at $15. So... other than that, we're looking forward to the Tier 3. Potentially the Tier 3 armour. It wasn't added in TGG's collection, but we'll see from here. You know, it could be a surprise. Remember, that list was a very nice produced list, but Face Punch could easily turn around and pick something themselves. The list will help them, but they could still potentially pick something else. So it's not definitive, but it's most likely going to be where the vast majority of the skins being picked today are going to come from. So... now we also have the Knights Templar. Knights Templar, of course, looking forward to its Tier 3 potentially. Knights Templar did very, very nicely when it first appeared. The original Templar face mask, I think if I just... maybe if we just take a quick look for that. Templar face mask. If you recall, we had a Templar face mask that came out in like 2018. And when we got the very first appearance of Knights Templar, the clothing... The face mask, the original Templar face mask, shot all the way up to around $40 to $50. Yep, this is it. So this isn't actually part of this collection, but just because it's very similar, it spiked up insanely. Let me just show you that. A nice visual. There you go. Happened late last year. All the way up to around $40 to $50. Insanity. And just before that, it was selling for around $4. So it went up 10 times its price overnight. And ever since then, it's maintained a much higher price than what it was before. It is a fairly odd skin, so it's not like not like there's going to be tons being thrown on the market. Now we also have porcelain. This was a collection I should have mentioned for my showcase with Mr. Micro. Collections that only need one more piece to be accepted, and then it's got a full core set. Porcelain and camouflage were both of them. Porcelain did all right. Hasn't been the best of investments, but again, if we see its hoodie and pants appear today, all of that could easily spike up in price. The reactionary nature of the rust economy. Over here we got lightweight. Lightweight just needs its hoodie and pants as well. You know what? I don't think we've had any grey clothing for a while. I wouldn't say no to it, but lightweight clothing wasn't in the list either. But we did see some lightweight weapons. So there was a representative? Maybe. And here's my potluck pick for the week, Frosty. So Frosty appeared at the beginning of this year. I've actually got a lot of the kilts. So Frosty, honestly, I'd like to see it be brought back. It was an interesting design, but for some reason Face Punch just never really committed to it. Yes, right now in the workshop there is Frosty clothing. There is Frosty Tier 3, but neither was accepted. I have no idea why neither was accepted for the Arctic update. It was all lined up. It was perfect. But it didn't happen. It did not happen. So, will today be the day? Because that was one thing I said. When a piece is accepted for complete the set, sometimes the creator feels the motivation to go back to the set and make more skins for it. So let's see what happens with Frosty. If it gets a bit of a resurgence now, it'll be a very nice thing to happen just before we enter December. Because remember what I said? As December appears, Christmas, festive, winter, cold themed skins all shoot up in price. You've seen my long-term video, the hour and a half long feature. So, that is all of the collections that I wanted to show off. Those are what I would expect to potentially get clothing and armor skins today. Now, in terms of... and fish. Yay, fish! I forgot about fish. Fish kilt and gloves. Fish kilt would probably give a boost to all of this, and then we only have to look forward to potentially seeing Fish Tier 3. Shidmon, we do want it. Don't be afraid, we do want it. So yeah, that's that. And of course, don't forget, if you want to try and get the fastest up-to-date notice for when the new skins have appeared, you just got to keep refreshing the accepted skins on the workshop. So yeah, gentlemen, what's on your wish list? What do you hope to see today? Personally, I would like to see toy clothing. I'd like to see them go a bit silly and add fish kilt, renegade kilt, and maybe like what was it? The green kilt. What was it? Forsaken Age or something like that. Yeah, I'd like to see like 3 random kilts. I'd like to see like 3 random boots: Azul boots, black gold boots, glister boots, silly things like that. But honestly, I put my expectations on toy clothing, Knights Templar Tier 3, fish kilt, and I'd also like to see legendary chestplate, because the face mask needs a friend, it needs family. And in terms of weapons, I honestly think we'll see a sniper skin this time. I honestly think we will finally see potentially another L96 skin finally appear. I'd like to see a rock skin as well. Another rock skin would be nice. So with that would be nice. There's like 8 L96 skins and 2 bolt action rifle skins, and we've only had 1 sniper skin all of this year. That was the snow. What was it? It was the one that came out during the Arctic update during the beginning of February. Ever since then, no skin. Also a hammer skin. So we've only had 1 hammer skin this year. We've only had 1 rock skin this year, and we've only had 1 L96 skin this year. So that's all nice and dandy. That's all nice and set up. So the current sales right now for this current week Arctic Camo Poncho was expected to be oversaturated, and gentlemen, it looks like it 100% is oversaturated with over 37,000 sales. Okay, remember what I said. There's a thing called genuine demand. You know, so it's a level right there. Oh, look at him. And then there's actual sales. Now at the moment, it looks like genuine demand is here, and actual sales is a. It's off the scale. It's out of my canvas. And then the big difference between genuine demand and the amount of sales is a big fat chunk of excess purchases. A big fat chunk of potential oversaturation. A big fat chunk of dumping potentially appearing. So I'm not looking forward to doing a buy order in an Arctic Camo Poncho today. In fact, I might only offer like 40 cents for it. I think it's ruined. I'm worried. I am very worried. Now, in the future, if we see more Arctic Camo collection skins appearing, yeah, maybe it'd be alright. You know, that'd be fine. It would help it. But with the amount that have been bought, I think it's ruined. Far too many have been bought. Far too many in excess. And I would not be surprised if we potentially see... Well, I would not be surprised if we see over 500 quantity on the Steam market, perhaps not next week, but the week after. So within the next 2 weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 500 Arctic Camo Ponchos on the Steam market. If not, then I would be surprised. But let's see what happens. And today, we got the Cold Flame double barrel shotgun. I think it looks pretty cool. Compared to all of the other double barrel shotguns... Double-barreled, sorry. We seem to be selling around on average compared to all the other ones. But quite a lot of the other ones this year that have come out have gone below their rust or price by quite a lot. So I'm probably only going to offer $1 for this today. Just $1. And then we have the AK, and the AK is sold over 11,000. Good for you. Desert Raiders is an in-demand set at the moment. It's actually starting to increase in price, which is nice. But it's an AK skin, and we know how this usually plays out. We know how things are. AK skins aren't very reliable investments. We go to the newest, we scroll up, we take a look at that. Hello. Yeah. Down 57, down 47, down 25, down 39, down 63. It's not looking good. Yes, it might be part of an interesting set, but you know what? Dragon Rage was. Black Gold was. Skull Killer is actually... very positive at the moment, thanks to Skull Killer armor and clothing being complete. But that's not going to last. I did do a talk about this. I would not be surprised if this starts to go back down in price once the hype and the fun times are over. But you never know. Skull Killer might actually be an in-demand set. But what I have done recently is I've done a video talking about Skull Killer kilt potential and whether it's likely going to flourish from here on now. Will the whole set flourish from here on now? Because this isn't the first time I've seen a set be finished this year and then end up crashing. I looked at the Copper set, for example. But I also compared it with the Azul set, the other blue complete set. So the potential for how much profit it could get, Azul was a very good example. But the potential short-term problems that could happen, the Copper set was a good example. So we do have November potentially appearing later this year with the CSGO Major causing a market dip. Let's see what happens. Now I want to quickly show off the abnormal skins that appeared last night. Skull Killer, Vest, Helmet, Garage Door, and Wooden Door, which I didn't do a buy order in this account with. So right now, this Skull Killer kilt, you can buy this right now in the Rust Store to the equivalent of, I don't have the Rust Store rotation thing, where is it? What if I go over here, and there you go. So you can buy this right now in the Rust Store to the equivalent of $1.49. Cheapest one on the market at the moment is $1.96. Buy orders going all the way up to $1.42. Looking very strong. I think a lot of people are quite invested into the Skull Killer. Ooh. So things have improved compared to last night. We've got an extra 300 requests to buy, but will it hold? Will it stay? Ow! It all depends whether Skull Killer becomes an in-demand set. Whether Skull Killer is actually being used in game. If there's genuine demand to use it, that's what we've got to keep an eye out for. That's what we've got to look. That's what we've got to cross our fingers and hope for. But at the moment, from what I see here, people seem to be very in demand for it. People seem to be motivated that it's going to do quite all right. With all these buy orders, the support is there. It's very likely going to be doing all right in the short term, but will it be doing all right in the long term? And I think it will. Based on the amount of sales that we've had so far, 16,000, just over 16,000 for the kilt. Compare that with the likes of the hoodie and the pants and the tier 3. It's the least selling of the core pieces. And as time goes on, if Skullkiller flourishes, this is probably going to become the most expensive piece because there's less of them. Make sense? So keep an eye on that. If you want to jump in and buy some right now, probably wouldn't hurt. I'm going to refrain from it. I don't feel the need to jump in. I've got a very good buy order down. I'm going to leave it. And then the other pieces, doing quite alright as well. They don't have the buy order support though. So the prices are fairly similar at the moment. But again, let's not actually use this as an actual thing to keep an eye on at the moment, because we shouldn't actually start worrying about the amount on the market and the price of it until about a week later, once everybody that is able to be able to sell them. What I'm saying is when the 7-day cooldowns are finally up and everybody is actually able to sell them, has had the opportunity to do so, then we can start questioning how many are on the market. Then we can start questioning the prices they're trying to be sold for. But yeah, the buy order support is not here in comparison to the kilt. This is going up to $1.42. This is going up to $1.09. Let's see what happens. But in some cases, we've seen this before, the likes of the Forest Raiders, the vest and the coffee can being neglected can actually lead to them being quite expensive later on. In fact, we can actually see that with Desert Raiders, I think. Coffee can and vest are quite expensive, right? Yep, $6.24 and $5.63. Why? Because they weren't bought as much as compared to the kilt and all the other pieces. And some people genuinely want to have all of the clothing and armor pieces. They want to have a complete set. They don't want the absolute best set, just the absolute best set. They want to have all of it. So with that, because Desert Raiders really took off and did very nicely, these became very expensive because there's less of them. So that could very likely happen to Skullkiller as well. Let's see what happens. I'm very happy to see gloves are now in the positive. That took a long time. And the boots. It's all in the positive. I told you Desert Raiders is doing very nicely at the moment, isn't it? So yeah, maybe that AK actually will do all right. But again, you know, we've had Dragon Rage, we've had Black Gold, didn't do good. So yeah. So coffee can oh no, wait, we got a 181 there. Wow. No, but the bulk of it is still around $1.10 as well. So we'll see. Spray can garage door, you're currently selling for in the Rust store at $2.49. You have buy orders going all the way up to around $2. It's not like it's not similar to the graffiti storages that we've seen in the past few weeks. It's not as built up, not as in demand with the amount of requests, but it didn't sell as much as some of the previous ones that came out. It looks like it might be alright. Now, one noticeable thing I've seen with the most recent garage door skins is... That was weird. The glow-in-the-dark ones seem to be doing a whole lot better. Yes, this one's currently down by 7%, but with the amount on the market, there's hardly any of them. Only 32. If this sold like another 2 or 3, 5, and then suddenly it's back up to its Rust store price. So, yeah, you've always got to double check and see how many are in the market as well. That maybe that's a feature that needs to be said. Is that something we can see here? 31 supply in the market. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's probably saying it right there. Okay. So there's apparently 322 bombshell garage doors in the market, and Steam decided to not work at the worst time. 320. Oh, okay then. Oh, so that number right there. Okay, chat. We're learning every day. We're learning something new. So SCM does have the feature, right? So quite a lot of these garage doors have quite low quantity on the market. Tiger garage door is doing very nicely, even though it has 120 on the market. That's good. Bombshell garage door is holding on, even though it's got 322 on the market. That's a bit insane of a number. But I do think it will still progress very nicely in the future. It's going to be quite slow though. Slow, gradual rise. So yeah, with this, and seeing all of the other glow-in-the-dark garage doors doing fairly alright, I reckon it'll be fine. But in terms of actually buying it, probably not the best idea. But if you did a very nice buy order at around $2.20, $2.30, you're probably going to be doing all right. That would probably be totally fine. Because I wouldn't be surprised if this sits at around $2.50 or 60 for a while. But then as time goes on, then it gradually goes up in price. So yeah, that's looking to be perfectly fine in terms of its sales compared to the recent garage doors. Yes, it should be fine. So yeah, and the manufactured wooden door. I mean, guys, we've talked about wooden doors many times this year. It's not going to work. Newest skins, yep. We've had silly doors before with the likes of why is that? This is a bit slow to load for some reason. SCM, can you wake up? There you go. Now it's loaded in. So you can still see the numbers and the negative numbers and whatnot. So we haven't had a positive investment with a wood door skin since Don't Please Raid, and even then it's only up by 1%. That's still not a good investment. So I honestly don't think this will be doing very well. The most recent wooden door skin down 33, and then it's down 34, down 46, down 50, down 37. Yeah, wood door skins are not good investments, so I would avoid it. If you want to do at most $1 buy order, I mean it's already out. It's abnormal, so yeah. Buy orders are already going up to $1. Probably not going to hold its $1.99 price. So yeah, this looks like it'll be okay. This looks like it's going to go down to $1, maybe less. This looks like it's going to hold its price and probably be sitting at around $2 for a while. These might go down to maybe $1.50. It might stick to its $1.50 price for a while. But again, it depends on whether Skullkiller will flourish from here on now. And I think it potentially will. I think things will turn out quite alright in the long term with post-Christmas. So just to repeat, because I got my chat over here, that I'm probably only going to do 40-cent buy order in it today. And I feel confident I would still buy some. I am very worried about this. I am very worried about that. Alright, so I think we've gone through everything. I've pointed out some of the things that we potentially might see today. How about we just take a nice quick look and see how that Twitch Rivals trophy is doing, just as a quick joke. And unfortunately, we're down to 77 quantity, and someone fairly recently bought this for $100. Remember, people, do not buy this. It's not a good idea. Don't buy the Twitch Rivals trophy. It's not worth it. There's a very good chance that we're probably going to be given this again from the next Twitch event. Do not buy. It's not special. It's not rare. It's not a rare commodity, not a rare collectible. The very second you buy this, it's instantly non-tradable and non-marketable. If you spend $103 on this, you're never going to be able to sell it again. And you've spent your money, you're never going to get that back. You're never going to get that back again. You can't even sell to a buy order because they're non-marketable and non-tradable. So all of these buy orders are a troll. I just wanted to point this out because people are buying these for $100. It's a very sad thing to see. Other than that, gentlemen, I've been talking for about, 20 minutes? I've got a chat that really wants me to answer some questions. And CUDA87 hoodies are being pumped up right now. So that's the boost watch for today. CUDA87 hoodies are currently being boosted. Right then, so let's see how long we have to wait for that Rustore rotation. Complete the sets 2022. Please, give me something good, give me something to talk about, and let me profit. Alert the people, there we go. Because we've now just got the new skins. New skins, camouflage has appeared. So, remember what I said, people. You got to keep an eye on this. So, I guess no black gold today. Maybe it's going to be next week. It'll probably be next week, so put that there. Knights Templar, you won today as well. Good job to you. So, I did not mean to remove you. We'll do Knights Templar. Knights Templar here. Copy. I'm going to keep an eye on all of this. Renegade, not for you today. Wait, no fish. That's depressing. So let's just go back up to here, get another quick look at everything. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. I can't remember where I am. I've lost track. I don't know who I am anymore. Pixel. So here's the thing. Remember what I said. This isn't actually like completing the clothing or anything. This is progressing it. So yeah, it had to happen. But what we do see, a tier 2. We do see a tier 3. We do see clothing. That's all boots. I thought that was going to happen. Is that double door? Oh. Yeah, sure, wood door. Wonderful. Not a single double door. Of course, this is just the same old, same old. I know it's all old skins. Perfect, fine, that's nice. All of that is old skins. Yes, yes. The boots, the boots. But yeah, it's all the same things we usually see every other week. So, At least you got two pairs of... You got two boots this time. So yeah, okay, cool. We should probably start doing our buy orders. So if we start refreshing here and here and here. Poncho, what am I going to offer? I've said this already. I am probably only going to offer around 40 cents because I think this is doomed. Alright, this is probably doomed. So just to also point out, we waited like 3 hours for that. I'm happy to see things do alright, but you know, I expected better. So let's bring that over to here. And we'll start talking about things in a minute. So let me do my buy orders and I'll be back in a bit. Ruststore's going to take a while for that to appear. But we now have our skins, did my buy orders. And I had very little faith in this. This has sold almost, well, it probably has sold 38,000 now. I am worried, scared stiff. I've offered 40 cents here. It's got decent buy orders, but is it actually going to hold? I do worry that we're going to potentially see a big problem with this in a bit, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So with so many excess purchases that I could potentially see, I worry that it's going to probably crash in price. But then over to here, Cold Flame Double Barrel Shotgun. I was a bit skeptical what to offer. I did like a 85-cent buy order here, and on the second buy order I did around $1. I'm not too keen on it, but if it does progress nicely, I can always do another buy order later on. Yeah, I could do that. Desert Raiders AK, skeptical, doesn't have that many buy orders in it. People are, what's the word? Exhausted with AKs. They're tired of them. We don't really want to do any buy orders of them anymore. That's the problem. So this was a $1.99 skin. The highest buy order is only going up to 86 cents. So the highest buy order over here, $1.19. Highest buy order over here, 82 cents. That's as of now. We'll look at this maybe a bit later, you know, but we've got to start talking about the rest of the things. We've got to start talking about the new skins. But for this, real quickly, I just want to point out, I mentioned there was a light at the end of the tunnel because we looked in the workshop for this particular collection. In the workshop, it's called Arctic Protection. What do we see right here? Well, it's not actually on the workshop yet, but we see Arctic Camo vest, shorts, and hide boots. There potentially will be a camo collection. Will they all be accepted? They could. They could. We have not seen a vest, shorts, and hide boot skin in about 4 or 5 years, so couldn't hurt. And if we've already had the poncho, why not? Yeah, why not? So potentially we are going to see the collection improve. Scientist bag. That's just an old skin. It came out months ago. It's very unlikely to be accepted. So anyway, we did the buy orders here as well, and Rustore rotation yet? Nope. So let's go over to here. SCMM. Hello. How you doing? Is everything all right? So yes, what we've seen today is Camouflage become a complete core set. So Camouflage now has all the pieces, the main pieces, the core parts, and Knights Templar as well. So of course, the reactionary nature of the Rust economy is now going to take place. Here we are. Hello, people. So can we quickly find out what is abnormal and what isn't? As expected, it was a bigger collection, a bigger batch of skins on the store today. Blackout, are you going to be... No, so don't worry about the sales numbers and whatnot. This is only just started, so it's not going to matter. Blackout SAR is abnormal. Camouflage is 99 cents. Okay, that's an instant worry. That's an instant worry. It's not marketable. It's not abnormal either. Azul boots are not abnormal. Black gold boots are abnormal. Dead Souls sheet metal door is abnormal, and the Pixel hoodie and pants are abnormal. The Molten Visage wood door is abnormal. Knights Templar is also abnormal. Okay, cool. So let's just point out what isn't abnormal. Camouflage is not abnormal. Azul boots are not abnormal, and that's it. 4 regular skins and 8 abnormal skins. So we've got that all covered. Now we can start worrying about the pricing. So immediately from what I can see here, why don't we just make myself a little bit smaller? So, hello, I'm smaller hedge. What did we see the problem with a lower price for an in-demand item just this past Rustore rotation? We saw at 99 cents, it was too cheap, and too many of these Arctic camo ponchos sold, almost 38,000. It likely is 38,000, so When something's too cheap, there's no filter to stop people from buying out tons of them. And I reckon we're probably going to be seeing far too many camouflage tier 2 skins appearing. So let's just get a quick visual. This was earlier today. Wait, which was the right one? Okay, whichever one has the lowest amount, lowest quantity is probably the one that's being attacked right now. So, camouflage pants, 36. Right now there's 34 here. I think this is the more up-to-date one. Let's just refresh and we'll see. Yeah, is that different? I think that's different. I've lost my trace of thought here, but let's just accept that the quantities are going down and the prices are likely going up, as expected. The reactionary nature of the Rust economy. Now over here... I think this is the one from earlier. And this is the new one. And yeah, it's probably going to take a while for people to notice, but let's go take a look at that Knights Templar kilt, for example. 61 on the market, selling for around $1.50, and now it's 18 on the market, selling for around $2.80. People are reacting. People are buying in. I happen to own some of these skins. I'm very happy. I'm going to make a profit because I already own some. All the core pieces that already exist will spike up in price when new core pieces appear. So, Knights Templar seems to be quite in demand immediately. That's looking good. So, here's the difference between the Tier 2 Camouflage and the Knights Templar. Knights Templar are selling for $2. This is selling for 99 cents. That's quite obvious. But when something's cheaper, people feel more inclined to buy out more of them. I cannot lose. Everything will be alright. No. When everybody thinks that way, when everybody thinks it's going to be an immediate price, immediate profit and whatnot, everybody's going to be jumping in and buying it out. But when it's at a higher price, it kind of filters people out. It kind of people are like, instead of buying 100 of them, I'll probably only buy 30 or something. You know, stuff like that. It stops people from going excessive. It stops people from making those excessive purchases. But immediately, let's just talk. That tier 2 I am a bit worried about. I am worried about the potential sales. It's also not abnormal. So you can't really do anything until the very last day, maybe, Wednesday or Thursday, to make a decision. But with an abnormal skin, like the Knights Templar, I can at least do buy orders and wait until the last second. I literally just did a video. Not that, sorry, I meant to click this. I literally did a video, right here, Skullkiller Kilt potential. We talked about the Skullkiller Kilt. We saw the amount of sales that happened. We looked at the buy orders. Abnormal buy orders over here. Look, $1.72 is its cheapest price. And the buy orders going all the way up to $1.41. How much did it sell for in the Rust store? $1.49. So it's looking like it's fairly supported very nicely with over 1,000 requests to buy. It's great. That's like storage, graffiti storages. Very well supported. So if we can just wait until Wednesday or Thursday, we can see how the buy orders are going to look at these and then make a decision whether or not to buy them on next Thursday. So that's what I can do there. But I can't do that with camouflage. So I am worried. And we're just going to have to keep an eye on the amount that have sold and constantly compare to the rest of the set. So camouflage tier 3 sold an average around 18,500 and the clothing sold just over, literally just around 10,000. So it's not too surprising that this has spiked up in price so much more over time compared to the tier 3 because there's almost double of these compared to these. Let's see how many of these appear now. So that's that. I think they can do well, but I'm worried with the amount of purchases that are about to happen. Now let's look at Pixel Pants. So technically speaking, this is now the beginning of the Pixel collection. So on the horizon now, maybe we're going to see some Pixel armor. Maybe we're going to see that. We've also got JPEG. So on the horizon, immediately right now, we are looking forward to potentially anticipating JPEG armor and clothing appearing, tier 3 and clothing. We are anticipating Black Gold tier 2. That's what we're looking forward to. But if Mr. Divadan, who likes to change his name all the time, you madman, maybe he's seen this being accepted and he feels motivated to make armor. So we can speculate that potentially happening. We can look forward to that. But Divadan at the moment is going crazy with TF2 stuff because TF2 Halloween updates just around the corner, and he makes cosmetics for that as well. So let's just wait and see what happens there. Boots. Will boots have an impact on Black Gold? Unlikely, but it's probably going to get people speculating. Because if this was accepted, and we're back to normal next week, we're probably going to see the Black Gold Tier 2 next week. So no guarantees, but I reckon we will. So I had a bit of a hunch it might appear this week, but I feel still confident that we will see Black Gold Tier 2 appearing. Don't you worry too much. If you already own some, especially you chat, it should be good. So whilst we've been talking, how about we quickly get another quick look at the camouflage? Have the quantities gone down and the price has gone up? Yeah, I think it's doing quite alright. I think it's doing good. And over to here, which was the right one? The one with the £2. Yeah, so this is the one that we just looked at 5 minutes ago. Quick refresh. How's it looking now? And okay, Knights Templar kilt is now selling from $3.50 to between $3.50 to $4. That's looking very nice. Yeah, that's rising and rising and rising. Cool. I'm happy. I'm happy. I should start looking around and seeing if I own any. I need to do that. But I need to help you out first. I need to do this video. So yeah, Pixel Pants, it's abnormal. We can take our time with it. We can use that extra time to our advantage. I like it. It's a very unique style. There's no other way to describe it. It's very unique. But we've had some very unique style skins very recently. Low poly. We've had JPEG as well. Those two are very similar. Is this similar to them as well? In terms of style, yes, but in terms of appearance, no. I kind of wanted the glow-in-the-dark version, to be honest. At least that would have been a whole lot more unique. But other than that, it's just kind of brown. Actually, that could be good camouflage. That could be good camouflage. Mr. Micro, we're definitely going to need to test out some camouflage on Saturday. Just pointing that out. We might need to test that out. Okay, so maybe it will actually work out well. Brown could be interesting. Okay. Azul boots. Now, we did joke that last year we randomly got the gloves being accepted. Surely the boots would be accepted, and lo and behold, the boots were accepted, so fair play. But let me also point out to you, this is the only genuine piece that actually completes the full set. Azul, you are now complete. You have all of the slots filled in for all pieces of clothing and armour. Well done. Well done to Mr. Retro. You have succeeded. Now you can relax, chill out, and feel satisfied. But earlier this year, you did have an LR300 accepted. So Retro was one of the people that got motivated to make more Azul collection skins after one of his Azul collection skins was accepted last year. So there's been a bit of a gap since then, but maybe he's going to be motivated to make even more now. Maybe some more Azul weapons could be appearing. But yeah, that's to be keeping your eye out for. So I'm waiting on that. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about the Blackout SAR in a bit. Molten Visage wooden door. It glows in the dark. We've shown this off like 3 months ago. It's a nice, interesting design, but unfortunately, wooden door skins, as we talked about earlier, even if they glow, even if they look very cool, even if they are very funny, they still go down in price pretty quickly. Yes, that's currently up 90%. It's not going to last. It's not going to last. All right, wait until at least 1 or 2 weeks, then look at it, then judge it. So I'm not too keen on that wood door. That sheet metal door, unfortunately, Dead Souls wasn't exactly the most in-demand set. And we've had quite a lot of sheet metal door skins already this year. So I'm just going to immediately say no. I don't want to say that, but as an investor, I'm going to sit here and say the answer. It's not looking good. It's not looking good as an investment. And yeah, those are awkward. Why am I... Yeah, okay, that took a weird turn. It didn't update properly. Yeah, Fireflies was pumped. Spray cans just cool. So everything else, I really wanted to see camouflage net garage door. I really wanted to see it. I was hoping. I really, really wanted to see it, but it didn't happen. If we would have seen garage camo today, we probably would have seen all of the camouflage net go up in price. But there is a lifeline. It could still potentially appear next week, maybe. But we also do have an extra piece. So if we could just quickly go to the workshop, there's a newcomer. Something has appeared. And what might that be? It is the Arctic neck door. So maybe the garage door won't be accepted, but maybe the Arctic neck door will be accepted. So let's just wait and see. That looks very cool. He did a very good job here, making it all icy and all like, yeah, all white and whatnot. Oh, looks so cool. So that's potentially on the horizon still. So let's not drift away. Let's stick to the point. That sheet metal door is not looking good, unfortunately. And now, lastly, with the blackout SAR. Here's the problem, right? We very recently just had the Nightwatch SAR. We already have the Op SAR. Yes, loads of people were using the Op SAR originally as a substitute because we never got the blackout SAR. And Nightwatch SAR came out very recently and it took off very well as well. So, how's that Op SAR? Let's just go find that real quickly. Scrolling down through the history, where are we going to end up at? I didn't see it, now I'm depressed. Sorry. There it is. Op SAR. Selling right now for $3.45. It sold almost 32,000 and it's now selling at $3.45. That came out 2 years ago, 11th of June. Nightwatch SAR came out very recently, August 11th, so that's just literally a month ago. It's all black as well. It sold at $1.99. It had just over 19,000 sales. It's up 20%. That's cool. What is going to happen with this blackout SAR that's currently selling for $2.49? Got to wait and see. Sorry. But you can see I've immediately compared it to two SARs that are very similar in design, but it is a blackout skin. And blackout skins are probably some of the most prestigious skins that people definitely want to look out for. People have definitely vied for and bought out and caused them to go up in price. It's camouflage for the night time, and everybody likes that. So, yeah, it's probably just going to be expensive just because it's blackout. But then again, we've had blackout L96 and blackout bar, and they haven't fared very well. However, everything else has. So, let's just keep an eye on the sales, then make a decision. That's my answer. It's also abnormal, so we can use abnormal time to advantage as well. Much like how I looked at the Skull Killer kilt last week, the amount of sales can definitely be a talking point. So let's just wait and see from that. And don't worry, Mr. Ryan, I see your question, I see your query, I'll help you out in a second. But with all of this, gentlemen, I think the SAR will do alright, just because it's blackout, but we should wait and see how many sales have happened, and we do need to keep comparing it to the Nightwatch and the Op SAR, so let's just keep that in mind. Camouflage I'm worried about because it's selling for 99 cents, and camouflage is currently like this. Refresh. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. What? You can do it. Yes. So it's kind of going up in price. The tier 3 you can very easily notice. The hoodie and the pants are a bit too expensive to really make a difference, but I'm noticing the gloves just shot up. Have the gloves really gone that high? Gloves are now selling for $4.50. Yeah, $4.60. And over down here, earlier today, they went as low as around $3.80. So I am noticing a bit of a difference, but not a major one there. That's not as much. But with the night stuff, it was cheaper and it was a whole lot more noticeable. So take a look at that. And now we'll move over to here. And we'll refresh. Yeah. So what's likely happened now is everybody noticed that we got more another core piece, the final core piece to finish off Knights Templar. Everybody started to buy them out and people were selling and they were in balance. But now everybody who bought them out has finished buying them and now there's more people starting to sell them. The balance is a bit skewed and now with more people trying to sell them, the prices are probably going to go down ever so slightly now from here on out. So yeah, that's happened. So the peak has probably already happened now of the Knights Templar, and the rotation only came out like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, that can happen. Maybe it'll keep going on for the rest of the hour. Maybe it'll go on until the rest of the night. But we can talk about this on the 48-hour review. That's what we do with the Saturday Skin Showcase now. So the 48-hour inspection, get a good analysis and everything, and then we'll see if everything's going to be looking good over here as well. So on Saturdays, I do stream my Saturday Skin Showcase with Mr. Micro. It's an ever so fun time, and we're also going to be doing a very big giveaway because, well, if I could just quickly switch over to here. I kind of reached a sub goal. we kind of obliterated that, didn't we? So I've had quite a very good week with my subs, and I want to reward them. So for everybody out there, I hope you enjoyed all of this, and yeah, everything looks good. I'm happy with what we got in a way, but I'm kind of depressed. Some of the things I really did want to see didn't appear. I really wanted to see toy hoodie and pants. I really wanted to see the likes of... what else did I like? I would have liked to have seen like several kilts. If we got this and this, I would have liked to have seen like 2 extra kilts. Look, we could have had the Renegade kilt. We could have had the what else was there? We could have the fish kilt. That would have been nice. That would have been fine. But you know what? All those skin creators that have those skins, they can still make a version 2. They can still do that. So let's just wait and see. Nuclear Fanatic. That could have happened, but it didn't. So again, skin creators, they can make reworked and version 2. So interested, but iffy. Depends on the sales. I worry about camouflage a lot. Actually, let's just refresh. We'll probably see an increase of sales. Can we see a difference? What is everybody buying in the past 30 minutes? There we go. So everybody's more interested in the kilt compared to the vest and the coffee can, of course. Boots. I'm surprised to see that. Boots is selling very quickly and very nicely. I would have thought Knights Templar would have had a bit more traction. But again, it's only been 30 minutes. But yeah, I reckon that's going to do alright, but I need to keep an eye on the amount of sales. So in the long term, it'll still do alright. With this, I need to see how many sales have happened, and I do worry about it a lot, based on the fact that it's only selling for 99 cents. I think black gold boots would actually do alright. If the gloves have kind of done alright ever since then, and the gloves are now selling 33% above its rust door price, I reckon the boots will do alright. I worry about you. Sorry, Mr. Wooden Door, but I don't trust you. Knights Templar face mask and chest plate. Again, all you can really do is compare it to the rest of the set. So all of these sold an average. So the tier 2 sold an average of around 15,000, and the clothing sold an average of around 21,000. So let's just see how many have sold for the Knights Templar, and we'll see. I think it'll do alright. This is probably going to cause the original Templar face mask to go down in price now that we have this. Over here, as all boots. How did the gloves do? Let's just take a look at the gloves. Gloves is the best thing I could really compare it to. Oh, it's up 274%. Okay. Keep an eye on the sales. It should be right. It's not abnormal, so be cautious. But yeah, you know the whole routine. Now, I'm curious about this because it's the beginning of the clothing and armor collection for Pixel. Will Divadan want to commit to this? Will he want to add more? That is the smart thing to do because it would be pretty easy success. You've got no competition at the moment. All we have in the pipeline is JPEG collection, JPEG, Black Gold, and now this. Those are the only 3 currently existing clothing and armor skins. So, Divadan, I would promote the idea. You really should go ahead now and start considering making some armor pieces. Preferably, I reckon the tier 3 would probably be the best bet. I'll go with that. Tier 2 tier 3 would probably be better. No, tier 3. Yeah. And then we've got the sheet metal door. I'm not keen on that. So just to reiterate, these I'm confident with. With everything else potentially taking up all of the attention, this might only sell around 10,000. And much like what happened with JPEG, that could mean there's a lot less excess purchases. No dumping, whole lot nicer. So, yeah, keep an eye on it. Again, you've got to keep an eye on the quantities that have sold. And with the Dead Cells metal door, I just don't have any faith in you. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But, I'm sorry. Alright, so that was that week. Skull Killer Kilt. Let's see how... Oh, you got an extra. You got an extra person on there. Nice. What about the... no extra support there. That's unfortunate. Someone did come in here. Ooh, someone's down for the helmet, so that's nice. Spray can. You'll probably be alright. You didn't sell that much. And over back here. Yeah. And with the rotation skins, I deleted them because I was an idiot. Oops. Oh, I can just quickly go over here, scroll down, quickly refresh. I'll be able to see all of them, and we can quickly get a nice link on them, and then I can start answering all the questions people are asking me at the moment. Gentlemen, wait 2 seconds. So these are now sitting at... So there is more people jumping in here doing extra buy orders, over 1,300 requests to buy, but the bulk of it is definitely below 50 cents. But there is more support appearing. Will it last? Will it last? Will we see? I've lost my tracer fort. Where's that image? Did I delete it? I think I've deleted it. I've lost... Oh, no, there. Will we see Arctic camo, hide, shorts, and boots? Let's see. And, Cold Flame, hello, buddy. How you doing? Over here. And, yep, that's, same. And then the AK. It's not getting any love, is it? It's unfortunate, Mr. AK. But that's just the way it is. When you get so many AK skins coming out, people just don't have faith in them anymore. So that's the way it is. So, gentlemen, this is a much better week, and I'm in a much better mood compared to last week. So, thank you for watching the video, and Black Gold Tier 2 next week, surely. Or maybe Black Gold Tier 2 and JPEG Tier 3. Ooh. So, yeah. Have a lovely week, and yeah.